Good evening, kids. I am your Sridhar sir, physics lecturer. Today's class we are going to discuss the 4th April shift 1 morning shift JEE Mains 2025. The level of paper difficult and lengthy. It happens one or two papers where really students will cry, and there's a such paper where most of students cried. So it's a difficult and lengthy. And there are some 6 questions which are come under category of easy. There are around 11 questions which will come under category of moderate questions are 11. And the tough questions are 8 in number. Usually this typical JEE standards will be 2 or 3, but in this paper almost 8 or 7 we can put it. So this is the basic structure of the physics paper. Then what about sir, like those who are those who attempted this shift 1, then sir low score, but it will be high percentile, there will be a moderation also. Then who are preparing for like a 7th and 8th April, these questions will not get repeated. Fine. Then what is the strategy? Read all the theory and recollect all the formulas. That's one standard thing which in almost in all the papers it will be applicable. Maybe out of tough questions 8, maybe 2, 3 you are able to do, maybe 5. 20 are there, 20 questions are manageable. So this should be the strategy, should be useful for you. So need not be any panic. Those who are on writing exam on Monday and Tuesday need not be in panic. Revise all the concepts and recollect all the formulas. Okay, then okay, let me start the paper discussion. That's the same question. A real object placed in front of a spherical mirror forms an image whose magnification is -1/3. The distance between the image and object is 30 centimeters. Find the focal length of the mirror. So what is the formula given? M equal to -1/3, which is equal to, and what is the value of M? Definition minus V by U, where V equal to or U equal to 3V. Fine. Next is telling the distance between image and object is 30 centimeter. V minus U equal to 30. We'll substitute the value. We have to calculate the U and V. U will be 3V equal to 30. So minus 2V equal to 30. So V equal to minus 15 centimeter. Then U will be minus 45 centimeter. 1 by V plus 1 by U equal to 1 by F. V value will be minus 15. U value is minus 45. We'll solve. So we'll get the focal length of the mirror, which is equal to minus 11.25 centimeter. Okay, this is the one of the sources I got like this. The above question only. Now I'm got in from other source. Okay, it's based on spherical mirror only. So there's a collection is there. And so this is about the problem of the spherical mirror based on the magnification and object distance. So we should predict the focal length of the mirror. Okay, then so we'll take the next question. Okay, this question in second question, chapter based on the rotational motion. Then the idea of rolling on inclined plane we are using it. So here the question is a ring and solid sphere. There's a solid sphere and there's a ring released from rest from same height on the rough inclined plane. Ratio of their speed when they reach bottom of incline. Directly the here what are the forces they'll be acting? The rolling friction. Mg sin theta. Here mg sin theta and the rolling friction. Of course, rolling frictions will be different. They will have different accelerations also. And net work done for pure rolling, as it is a pure rolling. So because of pure rolling, net work done by rolling friction is there. Only gravity does work. So V1, V2 we have to calculate. When they reach the bottom of the incline, we have to calculate the speed. So as the only gravity does work, we'll apply the conservation of mechanical energy. mgh is equal to decrease in gravitational potential is equal to increase in translational kinetic energy plus increase in rotational kinetic energy. As it is a pure rolling, V equal to R omega. Substituting this, mgh equal to mv square by 2 I by 2 v square by r square. We have to calculate expression for v. V will be, let me simplify one more step, equal to 2 mgh, here m plus I r square t square. 2 is taken common and sent to the LHS of the numerator. So then expression for v will be, speed will be 2 mgh r square by mr square plus I, a generalized formula. Now substitute the moment of inertia. For solid sphere, what is the moment of inertia? 2 by 5 mr square. First case, v1 will be 2 mgh r square two by 5 mr square. Okay, mr square will get cancelled out. 5 to the 10 gh by 7. This is the speed of solid sphere. Similarly, for ring, moment of inertia will be mr square only. 2 mgh r square mr square plus mr square will be gh. Ratio of the speed is asking v2 by v1 will be 7 by 10. So in place of x, 10 will be there. You have to, if you remember this formula, okay, directly you can start from here, or else you should derive. It's all, JEE Mains is all about the memory, no? Strong memory is needed, so that you can start with this formula. We'll take the next question. Okay, this question based on the units and dimensions, the concept of EM waves. So if you look at find the dimensions of E by B, where E represents electric field, B represents magnetic field. I think that directly if you go for EM waves, the magnetic field strength and speed of light will be related to electric field by this formula. So C is equal to E by B. C is nothing but speed of light. What is the expression for dimensions of speed? Will be LT minus 1. Okay, this directly the data is there, from there I'm able to recollect it. Or else, no sir, I don't know this EM waves concept. Then electric field vector, how to bring that one, magnetic field vector. Then what to do? You should go back to the dimensions of electric field and magnetic field. From there you should interpret this one. Okay, then directly let me take help of this condition. Okay, this question based on the semiconductor physics. The idea is involved in the logic gates, or the subtopic is logic gates. They're given the Boolean expression y equal to a b complement c plus a complement c can be realized with which of the following gate configuration. Now look at this, a dot b complement c. This we need 3 input AND gate here. Yes. So this 3 input OR gate is ruled out, no? One 3 input AND gate is needed. Fine. Next, afterwards, B complement, A complement, C complement. Individual inputs should be complemented. NOT gate, 3 NOT gates. NOT gates. And next we have 2 input OR gate. This is 1 input, this 1 input. Here 1 OR gate is there. And these two should be AND. We have to perform the AND operation, and 2 input AND gate. So basically the condition is like this, A, B, C. So first I'll complement it. Then I will give it to the AND gate. Here I'll get it. Then next, individually this has to be complemented. And similarly the C also should be complemented. Then afterwards both AND gate. And these two should be connected to OR gate. Okay, possible, no? Here A, B complement, here C, C complement, here A complement, here A complement, C complement, here A, B complement C. This will become A, B complement C plus A complement C. So how many are there? 3 NOT gates, 1 AND gate, 2 input AND gate, 3 input AND gate, OR gate, this one. I think this is the possible one. It's a bit tougher, though first time logic gets where you have to really think so much. We'll take the next question. Okay, this question based on the kinetic theory of gases. rate of collision, and mean free path. A little bit the concept is based on the rate of collision and mean free path. What do you mean by mean free path? The molecule, the distance moved by the molecule without collision, it will move in a straight line. And this mean free path means this distance, the distance moved by the molecule without collision. Between two successive collisions, it moves in a straight line. Now, this distances, when you take it mean of this, that will be the mean free path. Usually the symbol will be lambda, which is x1, x2, x3, x4, so on by n. There's a mean free path. Then average speed. Of course, it will move with a difference with the average speed, that one. What is T1? Time interval between successive collisions. Then there's everything, we can write it as like the average speed is equal to the average distance covered between successive collisions, average time between successive collisions. What is T? T again will be T1 plus T2 plus T3, T4 and Tn by n. Okay, now this T, what is the T? Time interval between successive collisions. Reciprocal of time interval, between successive will become frequency, and there is a frequency of collision. So therefore what we can write here, F is equal to 1 by T, V by lambda. What is the average speed? 620 into 10 to the power of minus 6. 6 into, this will be 3 into 10 to the power of 7 meter per second. Okay, per second, sorry. These many collisions will take place. Okay, so a little bit, this is the concept, a general idea. I don't think so. It's there in NCERT book, definitely, and in most of the discussions it's available. It's a general discussion. You need not to go for the mean free path derivation, not needed, because it's asking frequency of collision, not number of collisions per unit area per unit time. We should not get confused with that quantity. We'll take the next question. Okay, this question based on the capacitors. Here we are going to discuss about the idea series parallel, capacitors in series parallel. If you see find the equivalent capacitance between A and B, these are the point A and B, we have to calculate. And these are 4 capacitors are there, wires are connected. If you see this wire, there's a one wire, and next we have this particular wire. Between A and B we have to, we have to calculate. So this point also will become A, this will become A. And this will become B, this will become B. Only this will make that as X. We'll draw the equivalent circuit. A and this is B. From between A and B, this one capacitor. Between next A and B here, one capacitor. Next between A and X. So X is somewhere point here. Okay, these two capacitors, if you look at these two capacitors, they are here. Now, what is the question asked? He is asking about only between points A and B. So only these two capacitors will add up. So will become how much? They are parallel. The effective capacitance CAB equal to 2C. 2 into 16, 32 microfarad. Redrawing circuit. There's a wire, the blue color wire, this one, redrawing circuit. You have to define the points and you have to connect the capacitors according to this one. Between A and B, this capacitor is there. So A and B one capacitor. Here A and B one capacitor. Between A and X, two capacitors are there. Then series parallel. We'll move to the next question. The question belongs to the alternating current, chapter alternating current. We have to calculate the RMS value of sine or cosine waves. So there's a given equation, we got under root 2 cos omega t. We have to calculate the RMS speed of this particular thing. What is the RMS speed? This is the peak value. Peak value by root 2. This will be under root. Because what is the basic formula for VRMS? Vm by root 2. What is Vm? This quantity is Vm. This is a definition, just simple definition based. Okay. This question belongs to the wave optics based on the YDSC, fringe width. According to this, the fringe width formula will be lambda capital D by small d. Small d is what the fringe width. Here it will be like this. Okay, fine. The distance between, if the slit width is doubled, if the slit width is doubled, what will be the effect on the fringe width? And this will be capital D. Here we have the slit width, call this is A. So now there's a light of wavelength lambda is incident. What will be the effect on the fringe width? I think here if the distance between the slits actually. Now if the slit width, what do you mean by slit width? You mean to say this A. Okay, fine. Now this will not affect the fringe width. So what do you mean by fringe? Fringe here, this will be bright band, dark, like this will get it. So the width of the fringes, one fringe width will be this one. This will become one fringe width, one bright and one darker. This W will not change, remains same. If the slit separation doubles, the fringe width will decrease by 50%. Now I'm making things clear. In some of the question, the same question is available. They are saying this particular thing, D, that one. As if the D doubles, this will change. But it's telling if A, if this slit width is different, separation between the slits different. Okay, this A will not have effect on W, but it will become less sharp. If A doubles, fringe pattern will become less sharp. Fringe pattern Let's sharp. Sharp means we'll find very difficult to identify which is a bright and dark fringe. Suppose that there's a dark fringe here. So it's very difficult to identify the bright and dark bands. It's very difficult to identify between the bright and dark bands. This what? If slit separation doubles, then this will change here. W dash equal to lambda by 2D. Will decrease by how much? 50%. It's talking about slit width means A here. So then this should be the option. I think I'm not confusing you. Slit separation different. Slit width is different. Slit separation. This is D. What is D? D will call slits separation. What is A? A is slit width. I think they are different. Okay, no. So the question in some source they were discussing this, some they were discussing this. Okay, I explained both. We'll take the next question. The question based on the chapter question based on the chapter rotation motion. The idea of the torque is there. I think there's a definition torque equal to R cross F. Directly. Fine. So I need to discuss. There's a definition itself. Torque equal to RF or torque equal to RF sine theta. We'll move to the next question. Okay, this is the next question. We have the question based on the chapter waves and sound related to speed of sound in the gases. Longitudinal sound waves travel in three different gases, namely helium, methane, and carbon dioxide. What is the expression? Mean temperature of three gases are equal, temperature is same. Then the ratio of speed of waves in three gases respectively. Okay, directly speed of sound in any gaseous medium is given by this one. It was asking the ratio. We'll call this is 1, 2, and symbol 3. V1. So I think the completely the ratio will be gamma 1 m01, gamma 2 m02, gamma 3 m03. So this ratio will be gamma for helium. Helium is a monoatomic gas. This will be mono. So what is this will be gamma for E will be 5 by 3. Molecular mass will be 4. Gamma for methane will be 4 by 3. And molecular mass is 16. Carbon dioxide will be diatomic 7 by 5. Molecular mass will be 44. So solve this. Solving this, we'll get this required option. A little bit, I think, from chemistry data you should gather this one regarding the methane, because carbon dioxide we know it's like a diatomic gas. It's a linear diatomic gas. So linear polyatomic it is. Carbon dioxide it is a linear polyatomic. So though it's a polyatomic, but it's other. This one degree of freedom will be 5 only. So therefore the gamma will be 7 by 5. This is a basic idea. So there's a formula what you should know. A little bit, I think that's regarding the methane is what this information is needed. Okay, sir, what about the methane? Okay, methane is a polyatomic. This is a polyatomic. So it will have the total degree of freedom 3 translational, 3 rotational. Total will be 6. Okay, fine. So CV equal to FR by 2. 6 into R by 2 will be 3R. What is CP? CP is equal to CV plus R. 3R plus R will be 4R. So therefore gamma for methane will be Cp by Cv 4 by 3. Is it okay? Justified? Huh? I know a little bit chemistry. With that I am managing here. There's a methane. No? CH4 is a methane and it's a polyatomic. I think based on the chemistry data idea is what you should work out here. It will have 3 translational, 3 rotational. What about the carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide will be carbon, this oxygen. So it's like a linear polyatomic. How many degrees of freedom? 3 translational, 2 rotational. So it will be similar to diatomic. So total number of degree of freedom will be Ft plus F3 will be 3 plus 2 will be 5. So Cv will be 5R by 2. Cp will be 7R by 2. This is about the carbon. Now we'll take the next question. Okay, kids, this question based on the electromagnetic induction, the concept of motion EMF. Rods of equal length are joined, 4 rods actually. 4 rods of equal length are joined. Action combined system is moving with speed 10 meters in perpendicular magnetic field of 1 by root 2 Tesla. Find EMF between points P and Q. This is a rod 1, rod 2, rod 3, rod 4. The angle between them is 90 degree. A rough diagram I'll put it. So actually it is like this. This is one rod. These are the rods. Now this angle 45 degree, 45 degree. This is L, this L. We have to calculate the EMF between P and Q. And it is moving with a speed V. So what is the effective length? No EMF induced in the rod, in this rod. Only the effective length will be this length only. So this length will calculate. Call Y. So what is Y should be equal to? L sine 45, L sine 45, 2L by root 2 or L root 2. Then what is the EMF induced? BLY. B, so BVL. BVY. This everything will behave like a one effective rod like this only. This everything will behave like a one effective rod. What is the length of the rod? Y only. So B V Y. What is Y equal to? Y equal to L root 2. B V L root 2. B value of B is how much? 1 by root 2. Speed is 10. Length is 10 centimeters. 0.1 into root 2 will be 1 volt. Effective length you have to take it, even if the rod is of any shape. Effective length will be only L or say Y. So EMF induced in all these 3 rods will be BVY. We should bother about only effective length. I'll move to the next question. Okay, this is this question based on the for the chapter waves and sound and resonance air column experiment, or nothing but like a closed end organ pipe. The idea of closed end organ pipe is needed. Now, what was the frequency earlier? F equal to V by 4L. Now 1/5 is filled with water. Then how much remaining? 4L by 5 will be left over. V equal to 4L by 5. Five by 4 V by 4L. Okay, earlier this is F naught. We'll assume that one. The percentage change in frequency is asking. The new one is this one. I'll modify it. F is equal to the new, because we are, well, earlier it was F naught V by 4L. Now the new frequency will be 4L. The effective length of this closed end organ pipe will be 4L by 5. This will become closed end. This will be open end. This is the closed. Now the closed end will be this one, and this is the open end. Okay, this will become 5f0 by 4. Percentage change is asking. So this will be equal to f0. So it will be like a f minus f0 by f0. 5f0 by 4 minus f0 by f0. So this will be 1 by 4. 0.25 multiply with 100, 25%. Small idea. I'll move to the next question. Okay, this question belongs to the rotational motion concept of angular momentum. Now let me read the question. L and P bar are angular momentum about origin and lean into particle. If position vector of particle is a sine omega t I cap cos omega t, then the direction of force. What actually it is like, it's asking about the force, how the force vector will be there. Now what is this basically position vector? What it represents? This represents circular motion. There's a formula for circular motion. About the origin, it's moving in a circular path. Okay, look at this equation. This equation represents the circular motion of the particle. The particle is moving in circular path. Then the position vector is given by this formula. Then it moves with a constant speed. So how you can say that one? You see like it will have the radius. This will be r cap actually. The radius will be a equal to the radius of this will become equal to a. You take the magnitude of this. How much will be? Sine square omega t plus cos square omega t will be 1. So r equal to a. It is going to move in a circular path of radius a. Differentiate this. Then it's asking about the force vector, how it will be directed. Now we'll differentiate this one. dr by dt. We'll get the velocity vector, which will be a omega cos omega t I cap minus sine omega t g cap. The acceleration a not alright because a the symbol is there. A omega square minus sine omega t I cap minus cos omega t j cap. A not equal to, this will be minus sign if you bring common, so this will become minus omega square r bar. So how the a naught vector? A naught vector will be directed this one. So based on that a naught vector, and what is the speed of the particle will be constant. It's going to move in a circular path with a constant speed. It will have only centripetal acceleration. Then what is the centripetal force? Fn. Centripetal force Fn should be equal to ma naught, which is equal to m. This much a naught is this one, r bar. Okay, now how then? So okay, sir. What about the momentum vector? Momentum vector will be like this: tangential, parallel to the because p bar equal to mv bar. Angular momentum particle moves like this. How the angular momentum will be along z-axis? The angular momentum is along z-axis. How much it will be? mv into a k cap. Okay, now how the force vector will be? Force vector will be opposite to r cap. L bar is along z-axis. This is the velocity. So which option now we have to pick up? So this P bar and this L bar. Okay, we'll do one thing opposite to, then the direction of force is asking, no? P bar cross, okay, one by one we'll check it. The direction of force L bar cross R cap will not possible. No? This is not possible. It should be then it should be perpendicular to plane containing L bar and R cap. Not possible. Opposite to P bar cross R cap. P bar cross R cap. No, it will be along negative Z axis. Ruled out. Opposite to L bar dot R bar. So I think it's a force. Not possible. No, along this direction. Okay, no, opposite to P bar cross L bar. Momentum vector is this one. And L bar vector is along Z axis. Z axis will be when particle is here, we'll do one thing. When particle is here, it will have velocity v like this. This is L bar. Then the force will be acting downward. I think justified. I'm just taking because L bar will be along Z axis, V bar along negative X axis. I think this will satisfy. Direction of velocity will be the direction of momentum. Once again, I am putting it that one. The direction of velocity will be the direction of momentum. P bar is along negative X axis. L bar will be all the time will be along positive Z axis. So now it will be like a minus J cross. So minus I cap cross K cap. K cross I will be J, will be minus J. So fine. So this will be opposite to P bar cross L bar. This is an option. Huh? Okay, little bit trickier this question. We'll move to the next one. Okay, this question based on the dual nature of matter and radiation, the concept of radiation pressure we'll be discussing. So now there will be a small amount of mass is suspended to a fixed point with an ideal string of length L. A photon of energy E incident normally on the mirror. There is a photon is incident. Find the maximum angular deviation of the mirror. So when this photon strikes, will be reflected back. This is the mirror. The photon will be reflected back. So what is the change in momentum of the photon? What is the formula for the? What is the E is the energy of the photon? Energy by speed of the light will be the momentum. The formula. So the change in momentum of photon, delta phi of the photon, it should be equal to 2 times of E by C. This is the expression. E by C is the momentum of the photon. Because what is the expression for momentum of photon? H by lambda. Momentum of photon is H by lambda. In terms of energy, we can write E by C. Okay, done. I think some basics everyone should know. Okay, sir, not understanding anything. Please explain clearly. So we'll do one thing. Momentum, how you write? Mass into velocity. Mass. Okay, this will be or m into c. Energy, kinetic energy equal to mc square by 2. Here one m one mc, what we can write here, 2e by c. This one here only. So this I'll write it. So this will become 2e by c. So this is expression for momentum. Okay, strike normally the mirror. So the change in momentum of the mirror will be 2e by c. So the mirror will acquire this momentum, or the momentum of photon, that will be the momentum of the mirror. So therefore this will projected with a velocity v after striking. Then will get deflected. It will have the deflection phi. Then the kinetic energy mv square by 2 should be equal to mgl 1 minus cos phi. What is the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy should be equal to momentum p square by 2m. So mgl 1 minus cos phi. 1 minus cos phi we can write it as 2 sine square phi by 2. Momentum we can write it as 2e by c. 2e square by c whole square by 2m equal to mgl sine square phi by 2. Okay, this everything will become here 4. Okay, this will cancel out. E square m square c square will be gl. Theta will be very small, so we can write it as pi square by 2 only. So pi is equal, then if you take common, 2e by mc root gl. No much information. I'm assuming that the photon will be absorbed. Mirror absorbs photon. Based on this is what I'm able to get this here. We'll move to the next question. Okay, kids, this question is based on the oscillations, SHM, the idea of the simple pendulum. Two simple pendulum with amplitude theta 1, theta 2 have lengths of strings L1, L2 respectively. Choose the correct options if the maximum angular accelerations are same. Now we know the acceleration will be proportional to angular displacement. Similarly, alpha 2 equal to minus omega 2 square theta 2. This is the angular frequency, not angular velocity. These two are equal. So omega 1 square theta 1 equal to omega 2 square theta 2. What is omega 1? Omega 1 will be G by L1, G by L2, because time period of pendulum is given by 2 pi L by G. Then omega will define it as 2 pi by T. So where all omega is there, angular frequency should be G by L. So this will become L2 theta 1 equal to L1 theta 2. And just small idea of the simple pendulum. We'll move to the next question. Okay, this question based on the Gauss law and electric field due to electric field EE due to sheets and sphere. Electric field due to the charged sheet and charged sphere. Here you can see the sphere. We are having a charged sphere of volume charge density rho, and these are the sheets. Now he's asking about the only comparison, not value. So this distance you can call x1, this as x2. So definitely the field strength, it will produce field in this direction. Call E. This will produce field E like this. So the net field at point A will be only due to this sphere. The field at point A due to this sheet and this sheet will cancel out. So the resultant field only will be due to the sphere. And we know the electric field due to the sphere will be kq by x square. So x2 greater than x1. So therefore E2 EB less than EA, or EA greater than EB. This is ruled out. EA not equal to, okay, among these two. Next again, regarding the field strength at C and D, the point D and the point C, look at the sphere now. It will produce more field at D than C, because the field strength at D due to this line of force will add up. Due to this sphere, it will be in this direction. field strength at C, due to this line of force, they will add up, but the due to sphere will be less. So EC will be less than ED. So EC not equal to ED. These two are ruled out. So we'll pick up only this option. Electric field due to sheet, formula will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Electric field due to the sphere is this one. Due to the sphere, due to the sheet, E dash, called E dash. Now once again I'll make it clear, the electric field at point A will be only due to the sphere, the resultant will be only due to sphere at A and B. So therefore we'll conclude here. Whereas at D it will be due to both the sheets as well as sphere. Due to sheets will add up. So I'll write down the equation. The electric field at D is given by E dash plus E dash plus KQ x D square, or x3 will write it. The electric field at C will be E dash KQ by x to power okay, you know all the things. x3 will be less than x4, so definitely ED will be greater than EC. A very good question, huh? This question based on the laws of motion related to tension in string. A block of mkg is connected to two strings as shown. Okay, there's a block. Here there's a tension like a theta1, theta2 angles. T1 equal root 3 T2. Then choose the correct option. So what are the tensions? This will be the tension T1, T2. This will be theta1. This will be theta2. What is the basic idea? This is an equilibrium. Huh? So T1 cos theta1 equal to T2 cos theta2. T1 equal to root 3 T2. Root 3 T2 cos theta1 equal to T2 cos theta2. Okay, this is one equation. Huh? Then along y-axis, T1 sin theta1, T2 sin theta2 equal to mg. T1 equal to root 3 T2 or T2 equal to T1 root 3. Okay, now make a guess. What are the possible values? This will satisfy you. Theta1 60 degrees. Theta2 will be 30 degrees. If theta1 30 degrees, theta2 will not satisfy this. Then T2, T1 also should satisfy here. We'll move to the next question. A question based on the photoelectric effect related to photocurrent and intensity and the stopping potential. I think the basic curves you will be having the idea. And these are some curves I am drawing it. This will be the expression for current. This is the expression for voltage. These are for intensities. I1, I2. This is stopping potential. Stopping potential depends on the frequency. If you change the intensity, number of photons will change, the energy of photon will not change, so the stopping potential will remain same. K max equal to HF minus work function. K max equal to EVS. Okay, stopping potential depends on frequency, doesn't depend on the intensity. As you change the intensity, the saturation current will change, but the stopping potential will be same. So this is a wrong thing. Increase intensity results in increment of photocurrent. As you increase the intensity, photocurrent will increase. If you increase intensity, number of photons will increase, more number of photoelectrons will ejected, more current will flow. So this is correct. The basic definition of the photoelectric effect being asked here. The question belongs to the chapter gravitation. The idea of potential is being asked. Let me read the assertion. The minimum kinetic energy required to take a body of mass m from surface of Earth to infinity is mgr. I think this is the body having radius Earth, this is Earth, and it has to be taken to the infinity. At infinity, what is the potential energy? Gravitational force will be 0. Then work done should be equal to mgr. Work done by external agent in moving from A to B should be equal to mass into Vb minus Va. Potential here 0. Potential on the surface will be minus Me by R. So this will become Gmemr. G1 R, I'll adjust it here. This will become G. I'll do one thing. Gme R square will become Grm or Mgr. There's a formula. Work done to move this object from the surface of the earth to till infinity here. Like this you should think here. Okay, this assertion is correct. What about the reason? Potential is surface of earth is 0. Need not, no? We are assuming it should be 0, not a condition. Is telling may, okay, fine. May means we would have taken the reason correct, but it's telling is. So therefore, this is wrong. We will pick up this. Because of is may means then you have to pick up like a correct, and R is the correct expression of A. One will come. If it is instead of is, if it is where may, then you have to pick up the option 1. A really good question. Huh? Paper, it's really tough. I am concluding. On this question, based on the chapter electrostatics, torque on an electric dipole kept in electric field. And there is a sheet, charge sheet, which will produce the uniform electric field. In that uniform electric field, we kept this electric dipole. So we have the electrostatic field. This electrostatic field, I am showing it here. Okay, no confusion. So here, this is the electric field. Then what is the formula? Torque equal to P bar cross E bar. So PE sin theta. This torque is being asked. No, we don't know dipole, electric dipole moment. What is the electric dipole moment? 2 microcoulomb into 20 centimeter. 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into 20 centimeter. Electric field strength. Charge density is he has given. So we'll convert this into meter. 0.2. Dipole moment minus plus is telling this is 20 centimeter minus 20 micro. This charge is plus 20 micro. Okay. Then the dipole moment is how much? 20 micro into 20 cent. 20 centimeters what? 0.2 meter. Electric field strength. What is the electric field strength formula? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Surface charge density 100 coulomb by this 2 epsilon naught will be 50 by epsilon naught. Then sin theta, angle between them, √3 by 2. Sin theta, 30 degree, 1 by 2, only 1 by 2. So 0.2, 10 to the power of minus 6 will come. Here 200 will be 1 into 10 into this one. So we'll get this option. This okay, this formula. You should remember this formula, P sine theta. This assumption you should have done. We'll move to the next question. Okay, this is the last question. So the question based on the elasticity and the shearing stress and rigidity modulus concept. I'll apply a force. Let the area of cross section and also the deformations are identical cross section. Area of cross section, this is A. Area of cross section of this also A. Then we'll define the rigidity modulus as shearing stress or tangential stress by shearing strain. I'll define clearly. Rigidity modulus equal to shearing stress by shearing strain. The symbol will be like this. Shearing strain is theta. Tan theta will be theta. This will become F by A. Tangential force per unit area. There's a force is applied on the upper face 10, and this upper face will undergo deformation. Actually, it will be like this. When you apply this force, it will undergo deformation. Now looking at this below diagram, little bit you can recollect things. When you apply force like this, this will be H. Tangential force is applied here. The different plates will undergo different displacements here. So this is a rigidity modulus here. Then F by A is same. So therefore the rigidity modulus will be F by A will be same. Same shearing stress is applied here, but the shearing strains are different. So therefore the rigidity modulus will be different. Of box 1 given how much? This is eta 1. We have to calculate for the box 2. So from this, eta 1, theta 1 equal to eta 2, theta 2. Eta 1 is how much? 4 into 10 to the power of 9. Theta 1 equal to theta 2. So this will become 18 to 10 to the power of 9. And this will be your answer. This is a basic diagram. Okay kids, you have seen the paper. It was really very lengthy. The questions also some 7-8 questions which are of 4, 5, 6 lines are where you have to read, understand, diagrams are there, solve it. The paper will come the tough and it's very lengthy also. Fine. So definitely your score will be very low and you are going to get good percentile. Moderation will be there. And the coming 7th, 8th also little bit be alert. A question paper can be of this kind will also come. You should be very good in the basics here. Only thing the language issues will come. You should read properly the question and relate to the chapter. Like every question I brought the chapter, then what is the idea involved? Like this you start thinking. The moment you read question, okay, what chapter, what idea involved, what formula is involved, then read the question. Okay, what is the, then when you read the question, grasp, try to the idea. Okay, what can be the idea involved, what formula I should use, then how to find out the unknown thing. This everything fast thinking you have to do. For this you need concept clarity. Concept clarity will come by reading and revising formulas. So any paper, whether easy, moderate or difficult, there will be around 18 questions which you can solve very easily. And to solve these 18 questions, read concepts, revise all the formulas. There will be enough. Little bit difficulty level, the more problems if you have solved, the difficult questions you can manage comfortably. And there's one basic methodology of the JEE Mains. So I'll end up the paper discussion. So those who are writing the 7th and 8th paper, all the best. You have plenty of time. Saturday, Sunday, please do revise. Please read it. Nothing, no need of panic. Just start reading. Just plain reading. Keep on read. Remember formulas. Okay, kids, thank you very much. Thank you for the great support. I'll end up the class.